Okay, so with all of that being said, we are going to go ahead and do our session for today. It is going to be Play-Doh, super fun. Please bear with me. I've never actually made Play-Doh before, so this is going to be a really fun and exciting experiment for all of us. So Ray's going to set it up, and I'll be right back.
I haven't. I've played with Play-Doh plenty of times. More than most people do at the age of 21. But I've never made it.
What's your favorite thing to make with Play-Doh?
I really like the things where it's like a little dude and you put some Play-Doh on top of his head and then you put the cap on him that has all the holes and it comes out like little like spaghetti hairs.
Oh yeah,
That's
those
cool.
are a good one. Okay,
Very satisfying.
so I'm gonna need a little bit of help from our off-camera audience on this one because like I said, I've never made Play-Doh before, and I was not prepared, and I did not print off a recipe so to make Play-Doh. However, we did have some of the stuff already provided for us. So what we have is we have salt, we have lemon juice, we have oil, and we have flour. And that's what whoa, that was already open, crazy. Okay, so that is what you're gonna be needing today. Also maybe a measuring cup if you think that you want to be more precise. So the first step is to have your bowl. And you're gonna have your bowl, that's where you're gonna mix everything. I probably am just going to mix with my hands, but you could use a spoon probably if you would like. So
You start with 1 cup of flour.
So you start with 1 cup of flour. So I think Brave told me that this is just a half cup of flour. Okay, so I need 1 cup of flour. So if I have half cup of flour, I'm gonna take 2.
You also have enough stuff to double the recipe if you want.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I'm just gonna not double the recipe. I don't want to get over my head on my first go. Okay, there probably was a better way to open this flour, but I'm just gonna go with it. Okay, so it doesn't. Oh, there it says half cup. Okay, so something that I learned in a class that I took in high school that you probably don't need to know for this, but I'm gonna tell you anyway, is that if you want to get a really precise measurement of flour, you put the flour into whatever you're measuring with a spoon, because when you just like dig your measuring cup into the flour, it creates like maybe little air pockets where like it wasn't measured before, and so you might not actually get as precise as you want. So shout out Mrs. Mazaid. She taught me that in my foods and nutrition class.
Ooh,
okay. Okay, so that's about 1 cup of flour. That's all I needed, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's about 1 cup of flour. It's already getting messy.
So you're gonna put your dry ingredients together. So you need a cup of salt.
Okay, so thanks to Brave, I already have this measured out. I feel like I'm on like a cooking show or something where all my ingredients are already measured out.
I think we might have got 3/4 a cup, not a fourth.
Okay, so we're gonna do some math here, which is not my specialty.
Just fill half of that.
Yeah.
Half
That's what I was gonna say.
Nice.
Thanks. So since we have a half cup, I'm just gonna like guesstimate that this is probably about half of a half cup, which is 1/4. So okay, so my dry ingredients are all together. I don't know if you can see. I'll bring it over here. These are all my dry ingredients. Can you see them? I'm shaking them together. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that. Okay, so you can see that this is just really dry right now. And so it has my flour and salt in it. Okay, cool. So what is my next step?
Your next step is to combine the water and the lemon juice and the oil.
Oh, we totally forgot that we needed water, but that's okay because I'm gonna combine it all in this 1 cup. So because we already have the lemon juice measured out, and I think it's right.
How much lemon juice?
3 tablespoons.
That's right.
Okay, so there's 3 tablespoons of lemon juice in this, cup. So if you're thinking, I don't know how much 3 tablespoons is, I don't have a tablespoon measure, it's about this much. So
you just want to mix the water and the lemon juice together.
oh, not the oil? Okay, so we're getting water momentarily. I will tell you a story about one time when I was playing with Play-Doh. I got for Christmas the Play-Doh pack that comes in a candy cane shape, and it was so exciting, and I was so excited to play with it, and that's my story. That's all I remember about playing with Play-Doh when I was younger. Does anybody else in the crowd have a story?
$10 of my student fees for my undergraduate degree had to go through to Play-Doh because we would create esophaguses with Play-Doh.
Interesting. So yeah, Play-Doh extends way further in your life than maybe when you're younger and you use it to play and like make fake noodles or people or volcanoes or something. You can use it to help you learn how like body systems work, and I think that's really cool. Okay, so we got some water, but how much water do we need?
Okay, it says on here that you need 3/4 cup of water minus 3 tablespoons because you're gonna add the 3 tablespoons in at the very end to make it nice and liquidy. So you just just take like a half of a cup.
Okay, yeah, that's probably, this is all gonna be a guess, and if you've seen me make gack before, you know that it might not work out, but that's okay. So I'm gonna say that this is probably, okay, so if this is 3 tablespoons, I want at least that much left. So I think
That should be right.
maybe this, I don't know, a little bit more. Okay, maybe that's like a half a cup of water? Is that what it's supposed to be?
3/4 of a
Oh.
cup of water.
Easy, I'll add some more. Okay, so that's probably about right.
Yep. And then you're gonna dump that in the flour and salt.
Okay, so here I go. I'm dumping that. Nice. It looks so good.
And then you knead that together.
Oh, I knead it together. Okay. Here we go. Nice. It is so yummy. So kneading is really cool way to like make bread and like dough for things like noodles. And when I studied abroad in Italy, I took a cooking class and I learned like the proper way to knead dough, but this is just maybe a little bit too soupy to do that. So I'm just like kind of mixing it together with my fingers, but the proper way to knead dough is you get your whole body into it, not just your hands, and it really gets it going.
And you want to make a dough-like consistency.
Okay.
If it's too soupy, you might want to add a little bit more flour.
Okay, that might be something that I need to do, but my hands are pretty gross, so I might need some help from my crew.
Oh yeah, I'd say definitely a little more flour.
Yeah, so I don't know if you can
Maybe a little more salt as well.
I think let's start with flour and then maybe add a little bit more salt. Okay, see how it's like just a little bit too soupy, it like moves around, kind of looks like pancake batter. That's not what we're looking for. So we're gonna add just a little bit more and see what it does for us. Oh yeah, oh gosh, I might need to change after this. This is getting better, still pretty sticky to my fingers. Why don't you add just a little bit more? The cool thing about this is if it doesn't turn out, it's still the best, because if you listen to Rocket's chapel today, that's what he taught all of us. So that's okay. Okay, it's getting pretty dough-like. It's not as much soupy anymore. What is my next step?
Well, we want to get it into like a pizza dough.
Oh, okay. Well, it's getting closer. Yeah, I might need a little bit more flour. And like, why not add a little bit more salt? Like,
Yeah,
just
maybe just like a good pinch.
yeah.
Just in case you have to taste it.
Yeah. Okay, that is something that is cool about this, is it probably won't taste very good, and like maybe you should have washed your hands, but I should have washed my hands, is what I meant to say. But you probably could eat this. I don't know if it would be good, but it is all edible material. So if you do make it and you do eat it, I would love to hear how it tastes, since that's something that I probably am not gonna do. Okay, it is getting better. It's still really sticky to my fingers, but
Okay, and then it says it just barely begins to form a dough, drizzle a tablespoon of cooking oil over the dough and stir until it forms a ball.
okay. I might need some help.
All right.
Okay, that is our oil,
Looks like
So it's
cookie
not
dough.
all.
but it's not all,
Yeah,
we
just
just need
a
a little
drizzle.
bit of it.
Just a shot of.
Shout out Driz.
Shout out Drizzle, miss you, love you.
All right, you ready?
Yep. Okay, just a drizzle. Nice.
Nice.
That looks really good.
You want some more flour in there too?
I don't know.
I think it could use a little bit more.
I think, yeah. Yeah,
Let's give a dash.
here's, it's kind of like making gack, which if you've watched me make gack all of the 2 times I had this summer, I've been really unsuccessful. So hopefully this time turns out a little bit better. Oh, yeah, it's sticking together much better now. Okay. Wow, this is just insane. I've never made my own Play-Doh before, and I think that this is something that I would love to do again. Maybe a little bit better than this time, but okay, so this is what it looks like. I don't know.
I think it still needs more flour. It looks pretty wet.
Okay, Thermo is my handy assistant. I don't know where Braden went, but
It says the more you need, the more it will turn into a white.
okay, thanks. Oh yeah, more salt. Why not? Oh yeah, okay. This is looking fantastic. Another cool thing that you might have at home that you might not have here is like food coloring or glitter. We do have some glitter, but I don't think I'm gonna add any glitter to mine. So like food coloring, glitter, maybe beads if you have some, or like sequins. Yeah, that would probably make it really cool. Yeah, I got a piece of my hair in there. That's kind of gross.
That's like adding a bead.
Yeah, except, yeah, probably. I haven't brushed my hair in like 2 days, so that is probably like adding a bead. Okay, so it's getting better. Is there anything else that I need to do? I know that we have some leftover water for something, but I'm really scared to add the water because I don't want to make it any more runny. But if the recipe calls.
As the dough cools, it will thicken and become less sticky.
It's true. My
Nice.
fingers are getting less sticky, I think.
The more it cools, the more dough-like it becomes. When it becomes cool enough to store is first when it will become unsticky.
Oh,
So the more it like cools down, apparently the more ball.
interesting. That's kind of like when you make cookies too. When you make like homemade cookie dough. I always tried to find the ones that didn't take that you didn't need to cool the dough because I would just want the cookie dough right then, so I can make my cookies. Okay, so we just need to let it sit now, is what you're saying?
You can let it sit. You can also add a little bit more oil in it to make it kind of more ball-like. You know, like when you add oil to pizza dough, it kind of
Makes
shakes
it,
up.
yeah. Well, we will just give it a good old try. Okay, nice. Oh, nice dough. It's just really cool. I don't know how well you can see. I'll bring it over, but see how.
Oh, that's way better,
Red
Chris.
dough. Yeah, and so I'm thinking I'm gonna mix in this oil. Wow, nice. And yeah, oh my goodness, it's so good now. Look, I can even take it out and bounce it in between my fingers. It's not
Whoa.
exactly Play-Doh-esque yet.
I bet it'll get there.
Like, oh, there you go. But I think if it I stop touching it, that would probably help a little bit. And just let it sit and combine itself a little bit and maybe cool down. We can put it in the fridge. I don't know. And then maybe we'll show you tomorrow during Critter Talk what it turned out to be. But yeah, so that was actually way easier than I thought it was going to be. All we needed was flour and water and salt and lemon juice and oil. And it took a little bit of like trial and error, and we didn't really know what was going to happen, but I'm really happy with the final product. And so maybe if you find a Play-Doh recipe at home that's a little bit different than ours, that's probably okay. You can just follow it, and then like we did, we followed the recipe, but we knew that like maybe flour would help it out some more, or other things would help it out some more. So yeah, so you don't always have to follow the recipe. We watched Ratatouille last night, and sometimes improvising is okay. So that's what we did today. Yeah, that's what we did today. And we improvised, and we came up with some really cool Play-Doh. So I wish I had a color that I could dye this. I'd probably dye it orange. It's my favorite color. But yeah, I think that is our Play-Doh session for today. Let us know if you make Play-Doh at home, and let us know how it turns out for you. I would love to see your Play-Doh creations. I think that when this is ready to be used, I'm going to make a hammerhead shark out of it. So anyway, that's all. I think I heard that Buster has a really, really good all right for us. He just got back. So Buster, take it away.
Hello. I do have an all right for you. I spent the last couple of days in town thinking about this amazing all right.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Wow.
Because I knew we were also doing Play-Doh for our session today. So we're going to say, all right, Play-Doh. I like to play though, because we are dough.
Okay,
So all right, Play-Doh. We like to play though, because we don't. We are dope.
All right, I like
So,
it.
all right, here we go. All right, musicians, on 3. 1, 2, 3. All right.